can't hurry God, no. You just have to wait. You gotta trust him and give him time, child, no matter how long it takes. Well, you know he's a God you can't hurry. He'll be there, don't you worry. Oh, well, he may not come when you want him, but he's right on time, oh, right on time. You know Job would sit so long until the flesh fell from his bones. You know his wife, his cattle, his children, everything he had was gone. He said, Lord, you put these afflictions upon me, you better come and see about me. Oh, well, it may not come when you want him, but he's right on time, oh, right on time. You can't hurry God, no, you just have to wait. You gotta trust him and give him time, child, no matter how long it takes. Well, you know he's the God you can't hurry. He'll be there, don't you worry. Well, it may not come when you want him, but he's right on time, oh, right on time. He's the stars in the heavens. He's the sun in the morning sky. He's God and he's all alone. He's high, mighty and strong. He said, I'm God all by myself, and I don't need nobody else. Well, he may not come when you want him, but he's right on time, oh, right on time. Some say he's coming in the morning, he's gonna make the journey by train. Some say he'll be riding in a chariot, shaped like the eagle wing. Oh, well, I don't know when he's coming, but don't let him catch you with your work undone. Well, it may not come when you want him, but he's right on time, oh, right on time. You can't hurry God, no, you just have to wait. You gotta trust him and give him time, child, no matter how long it takes. Well, you know he's the God you can't hurry. He'll be there, don't you worry. Well, he may not come when you want him, but he's right on. He may not come when you want him, but he's right on. He may not come when you want him, but he's right on time, oh, right on time.
Thank you. I'm Stefan Amadon, and this is Mary Alice Amadon, and that's Zara Bodie, and Sam Amadon, and Peter Amadon, and we are the Amadon Bodies. So happy to see you all. That was an old Amadon family classic from, I recently unearthed some old 1997 cassette tapes, which I've been digitizing to my computer, and that one made its way onto Bandcamp too, from an old, our cross-country road trip into Kansas. We did a Kansas radio kind of broadcast. And so that came from there. And then we're doing a Shape Note song to follow. I'll be, for anyone in this area, going to the dance flurry and leading the Shape Note sing there as I take on the mantle of the younger Amadon. And so we're going to do an old Shape Note song called Hallelujah.
And let this feeble body fail, and let it faint or die. My soul shall quit this mournful vale, and soar to worlds on high. And I'll sing hallelujah, and you'll sing hallelujah. And we'll all sing hallelujah when we arrive at home. Shall join the disembodied saints and find its long sought rest, the only bliss for which it pants in my Redeemer's breast. and I'll sing hallelujah, and you'll sing hallelujah, and we'll all sing hallelujah when we arrive at home. Oh, what are all my sufferings here, if, Lord, thou countst me meet, with that enraptured host appear and worship at thy feet. And I'll sing hallelujah, and you'll sing hallelujah, and we'll all sing hallelujah when we arrive at home. Give joy or grief, give ease or pain, take life or friends away, but let me find them all again in that eternal day. And I'll sing hallelujah, and you'll sing hallelujah, and we'll all sing hallelujah when we arrive at home. And I'll sing hallelujah, and you'll sing hallelujah, and we'll all sing hallelujah when we arrive at home.
Thank you. So on Christmas Day, we all went to the Latches Theater after the Christmas, and we went to see the Bob Dylan movie. Cleveland Unknown. Have you seen it? It's good, right? And it was so great, and it was so great to see how much of Pete Seeger is in there and Woody Guthrie, and it reminded us of this arrangement Peter had done years ago of a beautiful Bob Dylan song, Forever Young. Now, there's the classic version of Forever Young that Bob Dylan wrote, but he also wrote an entirely different musical setting of it that's on a biograph, a long compilation that was put out in the 80s. And so this is that version, Peter's arrangement. Here we go.
May God bless and keep you always. May your wishes all come true. May you always do for others and let others do for you. May you build a ladder to the stars and climb on every rung. May you stay forever young. May you stay forever young. May you grow up to be righteous. May you grow up to be true. May you always know the truth and see the light surrounding you. May you always be courageous, stand upright and be strong. May you stay forever young. May you stay forever young. May your hands always be busy. May your feet always be swift. May you have a strong foundation when winds of changes shift. May your heart always be joyful. May your song always be sung. May you stay forever young. May you stay forever young. May you stay forever young.
In the city of Glasgow, there's a teacher, a high school teacher. He had a rough group of kids, teenagers, and he was supposed to teach them Hamlet. And so what he did was he wrote this poem, turned into a song called Our Hamlet. And if you don't have a whole lot of time to watch the entire play, this is sort of just really has everything important in it.
There was this king sitting in his garden all alone, when his brother in his ear poured a little bit of vain bane, stole his brother's crown and his money and his widow. But the dead king walked in crowds again and said, "Hey, listen, kiddo, I've been killed and it's your duty to take revenge on Claudius. Kill him quick and clean and tell the nation what a fraud he is." The kid said, "Right, I'll do it, but I'll have to play it crafty, so that no one will suspect me. I'll kid on that I'm a dafty." So with all except Horatio, he counts him as a friend. Hamlet, that's a kid, he plays, he's round the bend, and because he isn't ready for obligatory killing, he tries to make the king think that he's tuppence off the shilling. Takes a rise at Apollonius, treats poor Ophelia vile, tells Rosencrantz and Guildenstern Denmark's a bleeding jail. Then a group of traveling actors like 784 arrived to do a special one-night gig in Elsinore. Hamlet, Hamlet loves his mommy. Hamlet, Hamlet, acting balmy. Hamlet, Hamlet, hesitating, wonders if the goat's a cheat, and that is why he's waiting. So Hamlet wrote a scene for the players to enact, so Horatio and he could watch and see if Claudius cracked. Well, the play was called The Mousetrap, not the one that's running now, and sure enough the king walked out before the final bow. Now Hamlet's got the proof, his uncle gave his dad the dose, the only problem being now that Claudius knows he knows. So while Hamlet tells his mother his new husband's not a fit one, Uncle Claude takes out a contract with the English king as hitman. And when Hamlet killed Polonius, a concealed corpus delicti was the king's excuse to send him for an English hempen necktie, with Rosencrantz and Guildenstern to make quite sure he got there. But Hamlet jumped the boat and put the finger straight on that pair. When Laertes heard his dad had been stabbed in the Addis, he came running back to Elsinore to sweet hot foot from Paris, and Ophelia with her dad killed by the man she wants to marry. After saying it with flowers, she committed harry-carry. Hamlet, Hamlet, no messing. Hamlet, Hamlet, learned his lesson. Hamlet, Hamlet, Yorick's crust convinced him that men good or bad at last must come to dust. Then Laertes lost his place and was demanding retribution. The king said, "Keep your head and I'll provide you a solution." So he arranged a sword fight for the interested parties, with a blunted sword for Hamlet and a sharp one for Laertes. To make double sure the old belt and braces line, he fixed a poisoned sword tip and a poisoned cup of wine. Well, the poisoned sword got Hamlet, but Laertes went and muffed it, 'cause he got stabbed himself and he confessed before he snuffed it.
Then Hamlet's mummy drank the wine, and as her face was turning blue, Hamlet said, "I believe the king's a baddie through and through. Incestuous, murderous, damned Dane," he said to be precise, then made up for hesitating once by killing Claudius twice. For he stabbed him with his knife and poured the wine between his lips. He said the rest is silence, that is Hamlet at his chips. They fired a volley over him that shook the topmost rafters, and fortune pressed knee-deep in Danes lived happy ever after. Hamlet, Hamlet, ain't it gory? Hamlet, Hamlet, end of story. Hamlet, Hamlet, I'm on my way. If you thought that was boring, you should read the bloody play. And I forgot. So, ladies and gentlemen, this is Sam and Beth's son, Arthur Amadon, and he's from London. And Stefan and Zara's son, Desmond Bodie from Brattleboro. So think about it. They'll be back. They'll be back.
We're going to follow that with a song that we learned from Pete Sutherland, and it's on one of his beautiful albums. It's called Old Nachos, and I don't know if that's the name of the tune, perhaps, but there's a song that goes before it, which we'll sing, and has an easy refrain that you might catch on quickly enough. And then an old-time band will take over.
The string band is ready.
That's right. Stars are fading from the sky, the mists before the morning fly. The east is glowing with a smile, and nature's laughing all the while. Says, clear the way the world is waking, clear the way the world is waking, clear the way the world is waking.
Night is over and day is breaking.
The rooster crows with all his might. Birds are singing with delight. The hum of business greets the ear, and nature smiling with good cheer says,
Clear the way, the world is waking. Clear the way, the world is waking. Clear the way, the world is waking. Night is over and day is breaking. Clear the way, the world is waking. Clear the way, the world is waking. Clear the way, the world is waking. Night is over and day is breaking.
It's okay. I'll introduce myself. I'm Zara Bodie. Hi. Long associated with Amadons, heavily, genetically, etc. I had the great pleasure of being a part of a Carole King tribute at the Iron Horse last month as part of a Back Porch Songwriters Festival. And as you could imagine, there was a lot of songs to pick from. As far as Carole King goes, she had her fingers in a lot of hits. And while I didn't listen to a lot of Carole King as a kid, I did watch PBS a lot. And so the one song that I really did know from childhood was this one, and it's called Chicken Soup with Rice. In January it's so nice, while slipping on sliding ice, to sip hot chicken soup with rice, sipping once, sipping twice, sipping chicken soup with rice. In February it will be my snowman's anniversary, with cake for him and soup for me. Happy once, happy twice, happy chicken soup with rice. In March the wind blows down the door and spills my soup upon the floor. It laps it up and roars for more, blowing once, blowing twice, blowing chicken soup with rice. In April I will go away to far off Spain or old Bombay and dream about hot soup all day. Oh my once, oh my twice, oh my chicken soup with rice. In May I think it truly best to be a robin lightly dressed, concocting soup inside my nest. Mix it once, mix it twice, roses all begin to droop. I pep them up with chicken soup. Sprinkle once, sprinkle twice, sprinkle chicken soup with rice. In July I'll take a peep into the cool and fishy deep, where chicken soup is selling cheap, selling once, selling twice, selling chicken soup with rice. And I guess it'll be so hot, I'll become a cooking pot. Cooking soup, of course, why not? Cooking once, cooking twice, cooking chicken soup with rice. In September for a while, I will ride a crocodile down the chicken soupy Nile. Paddle once, paddle twice, paddle chicken soup with rice. In October I'll be host to witches, goblins, and a ghost. I'll serve them chicken soup on toast. Whoopee once, whoopee twice, whoopee chicken soup with rice. In November's gusty gale, I'll flop my flipping tail and spout hot soup. I'll be a whale, spouting once, spouting twice, spouting chicken soup with rice. In December I will be a bubble bangle Christmas tree with soup bowls draped all over me. Merry once, merry twice, merry chicken soup with merry chicken soup with merry chicken soup with rice. I told you once, I told you twice, all seasons of the year are nice for eating chicken soup, eating chicken soup with rice. Chicken soup with rice. Keith Murphy.
A long time ago, I was driving down the street next to New England Youth Theater and with Stephen Stearns, and he pointed to this old body shop, this big body shop, and he said, "I'm going to turn that into a theater for teenagers." And I thought, yeah, sure, good luck, kid, you know. And then, of course, he did. He turned it into this amazing New England Youth Theater, and they've had hundreds of shows there, and I know that you've all been to bunches of them. They did a really, really beautiful performance of Oliver recently, and we can't bring the whole show to you here, but it was so good. Some of you saw it, and I'm sure you won't mind hearing this again, but some of you weren't there. We thought bringing just a little piece of Oliver to you, sung by Desmond Bodie Amadon. And our good friend, Becky Graber, thank you, on piano.
Where is love? Does it fall from skies above? Does it under say where she may hide? Must I travel far and wide till I am beside the someone who I can mean something to? Where is love? Who can say where she may hide? Must I travel far and wide till I am beside the someone who I can mean something to? Where is love?
All right, we're going to briefly reform popcorn behavior. With Keith's coming back, we're going to play some tunes. We'll switch back for Al's sake. Now, this is a set we did on an album back in the day, Huey Travers and Kathleen Collins. 1, 2, 3. Thank you so much. So Stefan and I will do we thought we'd do a song by the great saxophonist Ornette Coleman. It's a bit of a sing-along. I'll play you the melody here. So, actually, we'll do a different Ornette Coleman song. That was an Ornette Coleman song called Mind and Time. This is an Ornette Coleman song called Friends and Neighbors. It goes like this. Friends and neighbors, that's where it's at. 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 Friends and neighbors, that's a fact.
Friends and neighbors, that's a fact.
Hand in hand, that's the goal.
Hand in hand, that's the goal.
Hand in hand, soul, soul, soul.
Hand in hand, soul, soul.
Beautiful, the whole thing. Friends and neighbors, that's where it's again. Friends and neighbors, that's where it's at. Friends and neighbors, that's a fact. Hand in hand, that's the goal. Hand in hand, soul, soul, soul. Beautiful. In the people's key, the people's meter, 15/8. Here we go. Friends and neighbors, that's where it's at. Friends and neighbors, that's where it's at. Friends and neighbors, that's a fact. Hand in hand, that's the goal. Hand in hand, soul, soul, soul. Again. Friends and neighbors, that's where it's at. Friends and neighbors, that's where it's at. Friends and neighbors, that's a fact. Hand in hand, that's the goal. Hand in hand, soul, soul, soul. Friends and neighbors, that's where it's at. Friends and neighbors, that's where it's at. Friends and neighbors, that's a fact. Hand in hand, that's the goal. Hand in hand, soul, soul, soul. Beautiful singing. Thank you, Rona Coleman. Welcome back all. We'll bring Zara Bodie back on. One more Amadon Bodie song before Keith and Becky come up and play. Nice. We'll do an old tune, classic Ho song, Walkin' Boss. 1, 2, 3.
So that last lovely tune is a tune sort of recently written by Keith, and he wrote it in the Caribbean. But as I was playing it tonight, I was thinking, wait a minute, he was dreaming about skating. It just feels like skating to me, and we will get to skate again. The ice is gonna come again.
We're always so happy to be here to do this show, and it's just great to see this audience. It's just fun to look at who's here. Yeah. It's always great also to play with the Amadons, because of course the Amadons are a great gang to get people singing. So we're going to do a song with a chorus also. This has got it doesn't have a chorus, but it has like a little refrain line. Repeat after me. Aberravane. Aber-a-lin. Sing Aberravane, sing Aber-a-lin. They're kind of nonsense words, so you don't have to worry about your enunciation too much. Also, when the line kind of repeats often in the course of the song, but with different melodies when it comes back. But you're an above average audience, I think you'll be fine. So it's a song, it's called A Man from Kinsale, about herring. There once was a man who came from Kinsale, sing Aberravane, sing Aberravane. And he had a herring for sale, sing Aberravane, sing Aberravane. Sing man of Kinsale, sing herring for sale, sing Aberravane, sing Aberravane. Indeed, I have more of my herring to sing, sing Aberravane, sing Aberravane. And what do you think they made of the head, sing Aberravane, sing Aberravane. The finest oven that ever made bread, sing Aberravane, sing Aberravane. Sing herring, sing head, sing oven, sing bread, sing Aberravane, sing Aberravane. Indeed, I have more of my herring to sing, sing Aberravane, sing Aberravane. And what do you think they made of the back, sing Aberravane, sing Aberravane. A nice little man and his name it was Jack, sing Aberravane, sing Aberravane. Sing herring, sing back, sing man named Jack, sing Aberravane, sing Aberravane. Indeed, I have more of my herring to sing, sing Aberravane, sing Aberravane. And what do you think they made of the eyes, sing Aberravane, sing Aberravane. The finest dishes that ever held pie, sing Aberravane, sing Aberravane. Sing herring, sing eyes, sing dishes, sing pies, sing Aberravane, sing Aberravane. Indeed, I have more of my herring to sing, sing Aberravane, sing Aberravane. And what do you think they made of the scales, sing Aberravane, sing Aberravane. The finest ships that ever set sail, sing Aberravane, sing Aberravane. Sing herring, sing scales, sing ships, sing sails, sing Aberravane, sing Aberravane. Indeed, I have more of my herring to sing, sing Aberravane, sing Aberravane. And what do you think they made of the fin, sing Aberravane, sing Aberravane. The finest dishes of needles and pins, sing Aberravane, sing Aberravane. Sing herring, sing fins, sing needles, sing pins, sing Aberravane, sing Aberravane. Indeed, I have more of my herring to sing, sing Aberravane, sing Aberravane. And what do you think they made of the hair, sing Aberravane, sing Aberravane. The finest rope for the seat of a chair, sing Aberravane, sing Aberravane. Sing herring, sing hair, sing rope, sing chair, sing Aberravane, sing Aberravane. And I have no more of my herring to sing, sing Aberravane, sing Aberravane. Sing herring, sing hair, sing rope, sing chair, sing Aberravane, sing Aberravane. And I have no more of my herring to sing, sing Aberravane, sing Aberravane. Well, we have a new New Year's song to sing. It's a song from Quebec. Actually, a song, it's a new for us to perform, but I actually learned it many years ago from a dear friend, Guy Bouchard. And the song is called Chapelot fête son jour de l'an. So Mr. Chapelot is celebrating his New Year's Day. Mr. Chapelot, it appears, has had a very good time at the party the night before. He's probably had a little too much cookies. Because he's a little wobbly on his feet, which can happen if you have too many of the right cookie. And he's trying to get home. He's got his horse and sleigh. So he's trying to navigate all this. He's going out, he's heading home in the morning, and he loses his mitaine, he loses his mittens, and the horse picks up the mittens and starts to eat them. And he loses his chapeau, his hat, and the horse picks up the hat. And finally the horse has had enough, and the horse kind of bolts, and Chapelot is thrown out of the sleigh, and he ends up in a banc neige, in a snowbank. Luckily, his friend, Antime, comes passing by and pulls him up by the culotte, pulls him up by the pants, puts him in his sleigh, brings him home, and Antime's wife takes care of him, gets Chapelot to bed, where he sleeps for 48 heures. He sleeps for 2 days straight, without stirring. I don't know what your plans are for later this evening, and how many of you are getting home by sleigh and horse, but take this as a cautionary tale. So we're going to do this song, and then we follow it by a beautiful tune by a dear friend of ours from Quebec, André Marchand, and his tune, Mornings at Bonnie Doon. But first, Chapelot fête son jour de l'an. En sortant chez Ferdinand, Chapelot sent le cœur content. Mais en sortant sa giole, plus il va, plus il caracole. Plus, mais cependant, les pieds plus légers que la tête. Plus, mais cependant, Chapelot fête son jour de l'an. Le jour de l'an matin, il effronte seul chemin. Il embarque dans sa carriole, plus gelée qu'un croquignole. Plus, mais cependant, les pieds plus légers que la tête. Plus, mais cependant, Chapelot fête son jour de l'an. Il échappe ses mitaines, son foutoir quoique c'est de l'avoine. Il échappe son chapeau, son cheval quoique c'est un ciodo. Plus, mais cependant, les pieds plus légers que la tête. Plus, mais cependant, Chapelot fête son jour de l'an. En arrivant au bout du rang, Chapelot sent le cœur content. Chapelot vole dessus son siège à quatre pattes dans un banc neige. Plus, mais cependant, les pieds plus légers que la tête. Plus, mais cependant, Chapelot fête son jour de l'an. Antime qui vient à passer, s'en vient pour le ramasser. Il tire par son fond culotte et dans son berlot l'emporte. Plus, mais cependant, les pieds plus légers que la tête. Plus, mais cependant, Chapelot fête son jour de l'an. Chez lui sa femme l'a couché, après l'avoir déchaussé. Il dormit 48 heures sans grouiller dans sa demeure. Plus, mais cependant, Les pieds plus légers que la tête, plus, mais cependant, Chapelot fait son jour de l'an.
Thank you. Our next set will include a waltz of mine followed by a waltz of Keith's. Mine is called May You Have Joy, a nice little wish for you, and followed by a tune called Aiden's. And Aiden is our son, and he's on our mind right now because he just moved back to Vermont, and we are delighted.
This is our son Aiden, who's actually back. And Aiden was part of the show for many years. Aiden was the Desi of earlier years. And it's great to have him back. And great as it is to have Sam back. We haven't had Sam for a bunch of years. What an amazing treat. And where's Peter?
I think he's hanging.
Oh, I see. Fair enough. So we're going to do a blast of tunes here. Great to have all of these guys playing. A set of tunes of mine actually called, first one's a reel called Inspector Smith's, then The French Shore, and then the last tune, The Treaty of Paris.
reason that Becky and Keith allow me to play with them is because I take their Celtics tunes class at the Brattleboro Music Center. They've become Keith and Becky have become the face of traditional music at the Brattleboro Music Center. Keith will be running Northern Roots in a few weeks. And so this class I take, it's got a bunch of all ages, from the 7-year-old boy up to me, basically. And and his name is Leo. He's a great fiddler. And the other day, I was talking. His mother accompanies him because he's so young to the class, and Alina. And she said, "Hey," she said, "you should do the Wolsey Carol."
Halsey.
Huh?
Halsey.
Exactly. You should do the. Everybody say Halsey. Halsey. They said you should do the Halsey Carol. Well, yeah, it's pronounced. Yeah, thank you. And as Desmond said, it's pronounced. It's spelt like you should say Halsway, but it's pronounced Halsey. Anyway, so I said, okay, we will. So here it is, the Halsey Carol. Oh, it's in there. Oh, you play tunes. So let me give you a chance.
One. Well, this is our 24th year of doing this concert, and we feel so lucky to be here and able to do this year after year, and to have many of you coming out year after year to see us, and we're so grateful for that. We want to say a huge thank you to the BMC, obviously, for all the work that they do for this concert, but all the work that they do in the community throughout the whole year long. And a few of them are here tonight. Gay, Carol, Mary. Also, our trusted tech people. We have Alan Stockwell back there on sound. And Ray Siebold has been filming this for many, many years. Ray Siebold, thank you very much. Ray's putting all of these shows on VHS cassettes for us so that we can watch them over and over again in our last days. And we wish you all a Happy New Year. And we wish you all a Happy New Year is the chorus to this song. So please join in. It's our favorite New Year's song. And we'd love to sing it with you. The old year is past and the new year is come, and all the jolly soldiers are a-beating on their drum. So, and we wish you all a happy New Year, New Year, New Year. So, and we wish you all a happy New Year. Here's a health to you in water, I wish it was in wine, and all the money you have got, I'm sure it's none of mine. So, and we wish you all a happy New Year, New Year, New Year. So, and we wish you all a happy New Year. Here's a health unto the master and mistress likewise, and all the pretty family around the fireside. So, and we wish you all a happy New Year, New Year, New Year. So, and we wish you all a happy New Year. We wish you Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Your pockets full of money and your barrels full of cider. So, and we wish you all a Happy New Year, New Year, New Year. So, and we wish you all a Happy New Year. So, and we wish you all a Happy We'll have Mary Alice sing one more verse.
Dear friends from whom we now must part, where are we bound? Your hands and voices left my heart. Here is my home. Come darkness, come light. Come darkness, come light. Where are we bound? Where are we bound? Morning, come night. Come morning, come. Here is light. Here is my home. If we can join ourselves in song, where are we bound? Our hearts will live when we are gone. Here is my home. Come darkness, come light. Where are we bound? Come morning, come light. Here is my home. The spirit which finds music here. Where are we bound? Will one day live up in the air. Here is my home. Come darkness, come light. Where are we bound? Come morning, come light. Here is my home. For those who work in harmony, where